December 19th. It is 9 a.m. in the morning. I stayed up late to clean everything after the holiday gathering, and then I always edit Vlogmas the night before because for some reason my internet is very slow and it takes forever to upload the video. So I like to get it up, edited, and then download it so I can upload it to YouTube. So I stayed up until about 1:45 to get everything done. So I definitely have a late start this morning, but I'm gonna go on a bike ride just to get the body moving before I start for the day. My new running shoes did come yesterday. Yay! Aren't they exciting? I love Asics for running shoes. They're my favorite and give me the most support. So I won't have time maybe to break these in before I go home. Maybe I'll go on a walk later today to just start breaking them in. But today is just chore day, getting that laundry done so that I can get packed. And then I need to think about what yarn I'm bringing home. Clearly that's more important than anything else I could pack to go home for break. But before I go on my bike ride, I'm gonna get myself set up for a breakfast. I love to do a larger breakfast on Sunday mornings. I think it's something that my dad always does. He always has linguiça, which is Portuguese sausage, and eggs. So I think I'm just got used to having that bigger Sunday breakfast. Usually I just have like my chia seed pudding and maybe a fruit or a yogurt, but I think I'm gonna get myself cooking on some Chinese sausage and rice so that when I come back, it will be ready from the rice cooker and I can just throw like a fried egg on top, have a solid meal, get the laundry in, and get going on the day. Right, so bike ride is over, breakfast is consumed, and laundry is in for packing. Not without injury, though. I ended up scraping my thumb on the underside of the washing machine, which is very sharp, and I didn't know that. So tiny, malfunction there, but I think I'll survive. So what I'm doing while I wait for the wash to go is preparing what projects I'm going to bring home. And I always put everything in my project bag here. It's a backpack as well, and it does have this nice handle. My sister always makes fun of me because she's like, Chaylee, that's a diaper bag. Whatever, it's perfect. It has a lot of space in it, and you can zip if your notions are at the bottom. I'm a big fan. It opens up really wide. It's awesome. Plus I have all of my pins on it that I've collected so far. Oh, this one's a little crooked, but I love it. I love my knitting backpack that I take with me wherever. So first, what I'm going through is all of the whips that I'm gonna have bringing home with me. This one is, my Spam Musubi bag that my sister made for me, and this one is flannel that needs to come home. This is a pattern by Alex Upchurch of Witness with Every Knit, and so I have this one done. It was a test knit. The pattern is available now, and I just need to make the second one, so that I just have cast on, so about 50% of the way. So this one I'm gonna bring with me. And then this is my Musselburgh hat. I've made a little progress on it, which I forgot to track since I last talked about it on the vlog, but it's not very much. I'm gonna bring it just in case because this one's super easy to pick up, especially if we have a new little one running around. So this one will come with me. What's actually really funny is I learned to knit right after Lottie was born. So for Christmas, my sister had bought me the pattern for the Everyday Slouch Hat by Tristan of Dragon Horde Yarn, and she had bought me this gorgeous skein of yarn from Christy of Yarn Cafe Creations. I think it was called Princess Celestina, and I had seen it and I really wanted it, but there was only a few left. But unbeknownst to me, I had found it maybe a few hours after my sister had already seen it for me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to get this, Cabs, but there's only DK. And at that point I was only crocheting, so I didn't really know what to crochet, like how to use DK for crochet. And she's like, oh, Che, like, you really don't want that. She had been the one to buy up the last fingering weight skein of yarn. So she gave me that for my birthday, but kind of the caveat is that you have to use it to knit the everyday slouchy hat. So she taught me how to knit while she was nursing Lottie. So I would sit next to her and I would struggle with it, and then she would help me. And so some of my first pictures with my niece are with Lottie balanced on my chest with me knitting my everyday slouchy hat while I was holding her while she was sleeping. I will put in a picture here so that you can see that. So I think it's kind of cute to bring home a hat, because hopefully I'll have another little one to hold in my arms while I'm knitting on my Musselburgh hat for her. And then I have in my Kim Possible bag. Oh, so sorry. This bag was from Acorn Quilt Studios. There we go. And then this bag is my Kim Possible bag from Fate's Thread, and this is my I call them my LAX knitting socks. So I have a little bit more of the cuff done on this one, and I already have one full sock of it. So this one is a little farther along. I think this is the one I'm going to focus on for today. But now my plans for what I'm going to bring with me. So I think I have a friend whose birthday is coming up, and so this is for a pattern sock for him. He has humongous feet, size 15, so I got to get going on it now so that it is ready in time for his birthday. So this is hence why also he got the stroll fingering, because I did not know if I was going to have enough indie dyed yarn for that, and this is really easy to just get a little bit more of if I run out of the yarn. Oh, sorry, this is my Villains bag that my sister made for me. This is one of our post-Thanksgiving mad rush to make all the bags bag. Okay, and then actually all of the bags I think that I'm going to be using are going to be part of that kind of mad rush when we made bags. And if you haven't watched that, you can check out episode 7 of our podcast where we talk all about that. I think just as a backup, I'm going to bring these two Patons Croix with me. I've actually never knit with Patons Croix. I've heard good things. So they had it at the local Joann, so I went ahead and bought some. This colorway is called Brown Rose Marl. So I think I'm just going to bring this just because it'll be easy to pick up, and so I can try something a little bit new. So that'll be exciting. I think these will fit in here just fine. This is my Sharky bag that my sister made for me. So I will just put these in there, smush them in, everything will be fine. Ooh, and then I have to get my needles and stitch markers too. Mental note. Then I think I have been itching to cast this on. So I think I'm just gonna treat myself and let myself cast it on. This is from Kimber's Cozy Creations, and it's a exclusive colorway for Crazy Sock Lady Co., which is Kay, who's the Crazy Sock Lady, and the yarn is actually called Crazy Sock Lady, and I have it with the black mini. So I think I'm gonna bring this with me as just something I've been wanting to do. So treat yourself, and this one's gonna go in my Wild Thornberries bag here once I get it all. I don't know if I'm gonna cake them up before I leave because my dad has all the supplies, and plus then he'll help me with it if I wait for him. So I think we're gonna do that. Okay, that one's ready. And then this, I finished my May Yarnable socks, which were the Sweet Pea socks. And so this is my last colorway of the full year Yarnable that my sister and I were splitting. So Yarnable is a subscription box from Cheryl Hypnotic Yarn, and it was a monthly subscription, and you get a full skein of yarn. You can do, or you can also do 2 skeins, I think, and you get sock or DK. We got sock weight and we would split it, and so then we would make kind of coordinating socks. So we would have them throughout the year, and then for the scraps that we have from our socks, because both of us have kind of small feet, we're gonna make kind of matching scrappy socks. So I think she's beating me, or I might be ahead of her now, because she still hasn't done her July and her August together. And I think I might have a distinct advantage because I won't be as busy with a newborn baby. But that's fine. So this is my last one that I need to do. This was June. Yes, I believe this was June, and I think it was something like wildflowers. I will look it up. Hopefully my sister put it on her Ravelry page so I can double check that. So this is the last one I'm gonna do. And for the contrast, I'm not sure. So I would love to have any thoughts from you all. I'll just bring both just in case I change my mind, or I could do both. So I have 2 colors, and so I have this yellow that I think I might do for the contrast, and this is from Earl Grey Fiber Company. So is the other one, and it's called Moira's Roses Garden. So I kind of like that yellow because it picks up, but I'm not sure if it's like too much yellow. And then this one, I don't know the name of it because I probably lost the tag. This is also Earl Grey Fiber Company. It's more of a lime green. So I kind of like how it's picking up that lime green there, but I also like how it contrasts with the magenta fuchsia-y color. So I would love to know which one you think I should do, the lime green or the yellow as the contrast for this. And this will go in my stitch bag that my sister made for me, which I think is just so cute. And I think it kind of coordinates really well. Love it when that happens. And then actually what I haven't decided is I have a new design that's kind of in my mind. I talked about, I think, that in maybe 2 Vlogmases ago, and I'm not sure what yarn I want to use for it. So I think I need to do a little bit more looking on that and then decide. But once I decide, I will jump back on to let you know which one I picked out. All right, so I think I've got it. So the yarn I decided to pick was from Barnyard Knits. It's a one-of-a-kind colorway, and I picked it because the pattern that I'm designing, hoping to design, is inspired by my long commute and the traffic that I experienced down here in LA, specifically on the 405. And I picked this one because I liked that the gray kind of reminded me of the pavement of the freeway, and then all of the red reminds me of all of the taillights that you see from people braking in the middle of traffic. So I think I'm gonna try this one. It is a textured pattern with some cables, so I want to make sure that those show up in the yarn. So I'm hoping that this will work. If not, I will just switch over to something that's a little bit more of a tonal, so you can really see the pattern, but I think that this will be just fine. So I'm gonna get myself all set up and packed up in my big yarn knitting backpack and put that by the door so I definitely don't forget that. I need to collect all of my needles and my notions. I might just put those in their own project bag so I can like grab from them as I need instead of bringing, maybe, I don't know. Should I put things in each bag? Maybe I should do that. I don't know. I will figure it out. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to get myself all sorted here so then I can focus on packing all the, other things like clothes and toiletries and things like that. But I think I'm also going to treat myself to some Asian food for lunch because I don't really feel like cooking because I only have 2-ish days left here. I also have realized that like with my Chinese sausage this morning and the Asian food I want for lunch, I'm probably getting a little homesick and a little antsy to get home because I'm craving all of the foods that I can normally eat and can get at home. So I think I'm just gonna treat myself and enjoy that on this day of just prepping to be able to go home to see my family. Oh my gosh, I forgot about one of my whips that also needs to come home with me in my avocado Christmas bag. This is my Christmas sock. That would have been so awkward. I forgot it because it was in my backpack for work, which is because it's usually what I bring with me when I'm out traffic. So I definitely wouldn't have forgotten it, but I definitely want to show it. So I'm getting pretty far along. I think I'm about to start the heel flap. So maybe I'll get to that today so that it's all prepped and I can get through to the gusset stitches. So this will also come home with me. It's not going to be done before I leave. So this will definitely go along with me. This will probably still live in my backpack for work, which will come home with me anyways. So now I think I'm set to get everything together. Okay, so tiny bit of a laundry mishap there. I think like the elastic came out of like the trim of something. I have a lot of pink things, so I have no idea what the pink was actually coming from because it wasn't attached to anything, but all my clothes still seem to be intact. So hopefully something doesn't just fall apart when I'm suddenly wearing it again, but I'm sure it'll be fine. What I'm doing right now is I am packing, and I'm just going to turn, and also catching up on Vlogmas, but I'm just going to turn around so you can see that I am a notorious overpacker, as I mentioned. So this is kind of just like me, not sure what the 2.5 weeks are going to look like at home. So I'm just bringing all the clothes I think I could possibly need. My parents know this about me. My dad will sigh. My mom will support it, and it's fine. So I'm just getting all my things packed up so that I'm ready to go, and we'll get the car packed on Tuesday.